Welcome to Mind, Body, and Soul Awakening, a show where we celebrate resilience and inspire transformation. Our guests share their stories of how they overcame a traumedy and turned it into a triumph. I am your host, Stars Tina. Get excited and let's have some fun. Hey, Grand Rising, good morning to you and also you. Welcome to your 7 a.m. cup of motivation. I am Stars Tina, your host, your star, your everything. And I'm here Monday through Friday to bring you that motivation for your health and wellness. Not only the motivation, but also the inspiration. I'm going to inspire you. My guests are going to inspire you to be the best you that you can be. And lastly, I'm going to educate you. It's all about health and wellness when you come in here. So if you have any questions regarding your health, your wellness, type them in the chat, DM to me, and I can answer those questions or get the answers for you, however it works. So on Tuesdays, today's Tuesday, right? Yes, today's Tuesday. I like to give you a tip, Tina's Tuesdays tips. But before I get into Tuesday's tips, I always like to do a question of the day. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll notice yesterday I put, what would happen if you shared your story? Everyone has a story. And sometimes you may be embarrassed about it. Sometimes you may feel it's not good enough. It's not going to do anything. But guess what? It is, especially if you've triumphed over that story, right? So we all know Lisa Nichols. If you don't know Lisa Nichols, you're sleeping under a rock. By the way, Renee, if you're able to find a short video, like a clip of something of her, if we can do that, I just thought of it. That's how my mind works. Let me know by something, send me a text or something saying, yes, I can do a video. So hopefully before this 30 minutes, I can show you a video of Lisa Nichols. And why am I doing this? Because she is my favorite life coach and motivational speaker. And as I was reading up on her yesterday, I read and, it said life coach. And I was like, wow, I do the same thing. And I never realized that we both did the same thing until yesterday. So she has a 5-day free challenge going on right now. If you want to join it, I say join it, whether you're a speaker, whether you're a mother, whatever. It is amazing. But the question she asked us yesterday was, when my story is told powerfully, I can. That was it. So if you're watching this and you have a story, you have a story that you've been through, you've conquered, you've triumphed, and it made you amazing, right? And what would happen if you shared that story with the world? It's so important. Now, when I thought about this, I've gone through so many stories, so many things in my life. And when I thought about it, I just pondered on the question and I thought about it and I really got into my feelings because a lot of people are afraid to get into their feelings. This morning, I was listening to a sermon from Sarah Jakes, and she was talking about triggers, where the word trigger came from, and how nowadays it's so popular. Trigger, I'm triggered, I'm triggered. And people run away from things that trigger them. She's like me a lot. She likes to turn things around, like turn that negative into a positive. And what she said that I thought was so beautiful is she said, perhaps, this is my version of what she said, by the way, we should face our triggers and not run away from them. Why is that? Because when you're facing your triggers, it's making you stronger. Yes, it's going to be challenging. Yes, it's going to be hard. You may cry, you may get mad, but guess what? When you come out on the other side of that tunnel, when you come out of the other side of that tragedy, of that trauma, of that traumedy, ooh, baby, you are beautiful. You are amazing. So, with that being said, when I sat and thought about my triggers, about the things that I've gone through, and when my story is shared powerfully, mothers, women who are stuck in bed and they can't get out of bed because they lost a child, women that have gone through some type of traumedy can push through the pain. They can live when my story is shared with them powerfully. Now, a traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. My friends, when these two things come together, and they come together for everybody at some point in time, it's tragic. Thank you, Facebook person there. It's tragic. And you feel like you can't move, you're stuck. Maybe you feel like you can't get out of bed, you have no energy at all. You don't want to eat, or when you do eat, you want to eat everything that's just like not healthy for you. Some days you may not even want to get a shower. Has anyone ever felt like that before, or is it just me? I hope it's not just me. Now, these feelings sometimes come from grief, right? Grief is love that has nowhere to go. I heard Regina King say that in an interview that I was listening to her yesterday. And if you didn't know, her son passed away about 2 years ago. He committed suicide. Beautiful interview, beautiful, beautiful. And women like her, like myself, we have a few things in common, like resilience, like power, like strength, like tenacity, right? God has gifted us with those qualities. But then you have some women that can't push through the pain. They can't push through the anxiety, the depression. They're just living life one day at a time, like robots, just doing the same thing over and over again. Is anyone like that? You wake up, you get dressed, you go to work, you come home, you take the kids to school, you take a shower. You may not take a shower, you go to bed, you get up, you go to work, you take care of the kid, you take the kids to school, you eat dinner, you go to bed, you wake up, you keep going and going and going, and it's the same horrible cycle. Well, that is where I come into play to support you, to empower you, to inspire you. Okay. I have a community of amazing women. We call ourselves the Shooting Stars Collective. And when you join our tribe, we are grounded in fitness. Let me tell you, everything is fitness. We had an amazing spin class this morning. By the way, we have classes 7 days a week, 6 a.m. in the morning. And in this community, it's grounded in 4 core values. And I sat when I thought last year, I actually came up with these core values. I listened to a speaker named Adam Smith. He's absolutely amazing. He says it's very important that you know who you are, you know, whether it's a company, whether it's a brand. What do you stand for? Our first core value is loyalty. And he said some companies will have like all these core values. They can't remember what they are. But I said, you know what? I'm going to keep it simple. So I want you today to come up with your own personal core values for you. What do you stand for? And loyalty is the number one thing for me. Okay. What you say you're going to do it. When you don't, then it's like you're lying to me. And someone would say, well, I'm not lying. You're lying to me. Okay. Loyalty. What you say is, you know, is your bond. It's who you are. And that's the one thing I shared with my children. I want to share with you. The second one, I believe, is hard work. And when I say hard work, I'm not talking like lifting weights, lifting crates, and all that crazy stuff. I'm talking about giving your all to whatever it is that you are doing in life. If you say that you want to lose 20 pounds, well, are you eating what you need to eat? Are you exercising? Are you getting the 8 hours? Hard work, doing what you need to do for that particular task. Okay. After the hard work, I like to say, well, I'm going to say faith. And I just want to bump that up to number one. And I wish I could change it in my book. Maybe for the second edition, I will. But faith is so important. And I could like cry with tears of joy from the wonderful feeling, the light that I'm feeling from God right now, just pouring into me. You know, the words that are coming out of my mouth are coming from Him. It's not coming from me. And in life, to succeed with anything, you have to have faith. That little faith of a mustard seed. You see this, people, like that tiny, that small. If you have that much faith, anything is possible. Getting back a relationship with your children, with your mom, maybe it's getting over the death of a loved one, whatever it is, just tap into that faith. And then the last one is high energy. Fake it till you make it, FAKE, till you make it, and then you can faith it, FAITH, faith it till you make it. Some days you may have to fake it. Oh my Lord of mercy. This morning I was like, I don't want to get out of bed. And I was supposed to go for my morning jog at 5:15, which is really 4:15 because I'm here in Texas. And I said, you know what, Tina, give your body a little rest. I did get up. I listened to some sermons. I did my meditation. But the high energy, that's what's going to get you going. So those are my 4 core values. Those are the 4 things that we are based, that's our foundation in the Shooting Stars Collective. If you'd like to join my community, I want you to tap in. I am Stars Tina, no matter where you go. It's $27 a month, super simple. And last night, Monday nights, we have our accountability meeting where we all get together. And this week's topic was all about supplements. That's what Tina's Tips is about today, is supplements. So what are you taking for your body? Have you ever sat down and really thought about it? And yesterday I thought about it because for some reason I was just like lethargic yesterday. And I say lethargic because I'm not going to say tired. I'm not going to say low energy. It was hitting different yesterday. Yes, I do want that video, Renee. Yes, it is the share how you do it. Before we get into today's tips, because I just did my homework for Lisa Nichols that I was talking about. Lisa Nichols is a motivational speaker. I'm going to play a quick clip of hers. I'm doing her 5-day challenge. I want to invite you to join. It's absolutely free, but you can upgrade to VIP. I did upgrade to the VIP. I realized I did the same training last year in August 23rd, because I had to do a video. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see the video that I did. And she called me out. We were on the screen together. And in life, you got to do things scared, family. All right. You may say, well, I can't afford this training. I can't afford this. Do you believe in yourself? Because if you're not going to invest in yourself, why would anyone else invest in you? So the homework she gave us yesterday was to share a story. Was when your story is shared powerfully, you can. So for me, when my story is shared powerfully, I can get that mom out of bed that's stuck. I'm going to change the world. With that being said, Renee, you can cue it up. You can throw it in there. And I want you guys to enjoy this little clip of my favorite motivational speaker, Lisa Nichols. And I will meet her one day. It's a life of hustle and survival. We cannot hear it. I don't know where the volume is. Hopefully it comes. Maybe it's just me, but I cannot hear it. Maybe Shiver. Oh, this is a good video too. Renee found a good one. Look at those arms. Ooh, baby, we still can't hear it, Renee, or maybe it's just me. Can you guys hear it? I cannot hear it. The volume button's on the side. Oh, I hope she can get the volume. I hope she can, because this is a good one, family. This is your 7 a.m. cup of motivation. I'm still getting it together. This is week 3. Give me a little more time. It'll be like smoke. It'll be flowing so smoothly. You'll be like, I remember when she first got on and she couldn't get her videos to play. It's okay. Oh, I need to hear this. I'm going to just stay right here and let Renee keep trying to play it, because this is a really good video. I've seen this video a few times. Maybe you have to hit the, is it muted? Can you hear it on your end? I'm so sad if we can't play this video. This is Lisa Nichols. I want you to join her. Okay. I don't hear anything still, Renee. Family, we may not be able to see this video today. This means Renee and I need to do some homework today to practice getting videos to play. All righty. I'll give her 1 more minute to try to get that together. And what you can do right now, if you're watching me for the first time, do me a favor. Share this space out. Share this story. Share this out somewhere, because I'm about to give you some tips. Keep trying, Renee, because I really want to hear it. I'm going to be sharing tips today for your morning supplement rituals. Some things that you need for your body that are super healthy. Let's try it one more time, Renee. You're going to click share screen on the bottom, and then you're going to click that, and then you're going to see the YouTube link. You're going to click the YouTube link and then press play on the YouTube. And I'm sure, make sure the volume's up on your computer as well. That could be another thing. But you know what? That may be God. I always say everything happens for a reason, right? When things go a certain way, when they don't go a certain way. So I'm just going to get started on the tips. All right, here we go. So on Tina's Tuesday Tips, woo! Tuesday Tips. I've been holding this between my legs since we started, guys. And this book right here, No More Traumedy. Have you purchased it yet? Have you seen it? Do you like this picture? Yes, no, maybe so. I remember this day so clearly. This was actually in November. It was in 2019. And I was hosting an event, Women of Color in Pharma. And my photographer, Ali, said, Tina, come outside, let's take some pictures. I'm always going to say yes to taking pictures, my friend. And went outside, and you see, this was in Atlantic City, I believe, or somewhere South Jersey. And I was just there, and I put my hand up. Let's see if I can recap this. I put my hand up, and I could feel this. And it was cold, by the way. It was cold because, it's November. November in Jersey is cold. And I put my hand up, and I felt the light, and I felt the sun, and I felt so beautiful. Have you ever had those days where you just felt beautiful? You're beautiful. That's a song by Snoop Dogg. I don't know if you've ever heard it. I love that song. The women in that video are beautiful. And I always say that to my daughter. I call her beautiful. Ladies, men, call your ladies, call your children beautiful. Why? Because you don't want them to rely on a man to call them beautiful. And I'm sure they're beautiful inside and out. But I say that to say, in order to look beautiful like this, like all I have on right now, to be honest, is mascara and a lippy, and you want to wake up feeling vibrant, right? You don't want to look like bags under your eyes, and you don't want like your skin sagging. So today I'm going to give you some tips on how to feel amazing. All righty. No More Traumedy. This book right here is the foundation for an 8-week challenge that I will be doing. It's called Sculpted Opulence. If you see that scrolly on the bottom, you can sign up for the program. It starts next week, Monday. I'm super excited about it. There's many benefits to this challenge. I'm not going to talk about it right now because I've been talking about it all week. If you're interested, pop in. What it will do, it will give you more energy. It'll keep you more energized. It'll help you lose, not help you, it will give you the guidance to lose whatever the amount is that you need in that time. And the minimum I would say is 10 to 15 pounds because it's 8 weeks and we want to do 1 to 2 pounds a week. We want to do it healthily. So today's tip when it comes to your morning supplement rituals is, first of all, do what's best for your body. All right. Some of you probably say, well, I don't take anything. Well, I'm talking to the women that are over 40. You probably need to take something. I'm not a doctor. I'm not claiming to be a doctor, but depending on where you live, how old you are, you probably need something. And I remember a couple before COVID, like during COVID, I was like on it. Like I've been in the fitness industry for over 10 years. So I'm constantly learning, constantly training, constantly learning new things, right? And everyone's like, you need supplements, you need supplements. So at one point in time, I was legit taking some like 7 to 8 pills a day because it's a fact, a multivitamin is really not that good to take. One, you don't really know what's in it. You don't know if you're getting everything in it that you need, and you could be wasting your money. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to do the multivitamin. What I did was I had vitamin D, I had B12, I had C, I had iron. I had like so many vitamins. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor's like, yes, you're pretty healthy. And I'm like, well, can you tell me I'm taking all these vitamins? Is it worth it? Blah, blah, blah. Because I was spending a lot of money on vitamins. And he's like, why are you taking them? And I said, well, aren't you supposed to take vitamins? That's what I thought. And he said, well, if you're eating healthy, if you're eating clean, if you're eating whole foods, you don't need all those vitamins. Your blood looks good, blah, blah, blah. This was then. I was like, okay. And then he told me what vitamins that I did need for my body type and my health. So I say that to say, if you are currently taking a multivitamin, if you're currently making your own recipe, like you're like, okay, I'm gonna get on Google, Dr. Google, what should I take? Or maybe Chat GPT, what should I take? They don't know what your blood levels are. They don't know how old you are. They don't know what you're going through. So I want to invite you to go to your doctor for a health check, for a physical, all right? Maybe, or just for your blood work. Maybe you're like, I don't have time for that, or I don't have insurance or whatever. Trust me, your health is your wealth. I'll be speaking next month at a summit. Next month is Financial Literacy Month, and I'm going to be talking about health is your wealth. And when it comes to your health, like it's important, family. So some vitamins that you definitely need, at least for me anyway. I'm going to say Renee put up there vitamin D. All right. When you get over 40, it's super important. Vitamin D is crucial for your bone health, immune function, and mood regulation. So, if anyone here has ever heard of something, it's called SAD, seasonal something depression. It's when you don't like the cold. Renee's going to put it up here. Maybe she won't. Maybe she won't. I know my mother, I'm not going to say suffer. My mother has that. A lot of people that are from the islands are usually sad during the winter if they're living in cold temperatures. Why? Because they want to be near the sun, right? And your body needs that vitamin D. Your body needs that. So you may need to take that. And as you can see, it's great for bone health, your immune function, and for your mood, for your energy. Another thing, you may need B12, you may need vitamin C. But the one thing I want to add as a supplement, and it's not even a supplement, it's just something you should have all the time, is water. Water. Everyone needs water. Most people aren't getting enough water. When you first wake up, I advise you to have water next to your bed. So as soon as you wake up, you drink that water. Now, thank you, Renee. Seasonal affective disorder. And that's when during during the winter months, you're sad. They also have a special light that you can purchase and put in your house if you're like in the north area, in the north areas, if you need to get that light into you. I am just so grateful that I am able to travel and get in the sun. I've been going back and forth to Florida. Ay, papi chulo. I'm loving Florida. Can you guys see my tan? Can you see it a little bit? I'll be visiting my daughter this week, going back to LA. So I'm going to get that LA sun. But it's amazing how the sun hits you different, depending where in the world you are. Like, if you're an island person, I'm bigging up Bermuda all the time. We may have our Bermudians, we may have our Bahamians, Trinidad, wherever you're going, Bahamas, the sun hits you a little different. And for some reason, I don't know why, my friend, but when you're on an island, at least me anyway, my skin gets this golden bronze. Like the hair on my arms up here is like a little golden blonde. Down here it's not, but up here it's like the sun's like, and you feel illuminated and you feel beautiful. I know I kind of got off track. We're talking about vitamin D. We're talking about lifestyle. We're talking about morning rituals, supplement rituals. Okay. So it's very important that you tap into that. And if you're watching this, you're like, Tina, I really don't know what to do. I don't know why to do it. DM me. I can give you a discovery call and I can line you up with what you need for your body, whether you're a female or a male. Magnesium, that's super important too, is essential for muscle and, I don't have my glasses on, and nerve function, energy production, and bone health. So today, remind me, Renee, put it on my list. I'm going to get some vitamin D. I'm going to get some magnesium. Also, another thing, and Blessing said she's going to send me some. So, Blessing, if you're watching, this is my Nigerian princess. I love her. She talks about MCT oil. All right. She told me that it's great to lower cholesterol, MCT oil. And I'm thinking for some reason, maybe that's what my bones need, like in my knees. Like, remember the Wizard of Oz when the Tin Man had to like oil up his body and everything? Maybe that's what my knees, meaning like when you can't see, but the knees on my body, maybe that's what I need. So MCT oil is another supplement. We were talking about collagen last night, all right? To be honest, I thought it was something just for white people, or shall I say Caucasians, because they say you need collagen for your skin to uplift it, but I just kind of pull my hair up when I when I want a facelift. But collagen is great for your skin. Yes, pre and probiotics. Another thing, there's so many things, people. The pre and probiotics. So in your stomach, you have good bacteria and you have bad bacteria. All right. You want to keep the good and get rid of the bad. So you have to make sure you're balancing it out. Sauerkraut. I hear them talk about that all the time. And the only time I remember ever eating sauerkraut in my life is on hot dogs. That would be like a cool meal. My grandmother would make anything good. I remember she would make like beans and hot dogs, like cut up the hot dogs, like that was over rice. Ooh, that was like a meal. And then our hot dogs, it wasn't just a plain hot dog. First of all, she warmed up the buns. So the buns, I don't eat hot dogs anymore, but just the memory of her with the hot dogs. She made us, the hot dog bun was nice and warm, and she put the hot dog in there, and then we would put sauerkraut. Sauerkraut. Have you ever had sauerkraut? I'm wondering. And then I would do this. I put like relish on top, and then I put ketchup on one side and mustard down the other side. And then you had some other people who might like chili. I know I'm getting off topic or whatever, but the pre and probiotics got me thinking about the sauerkraut. Maybe you may do a kombucha. All right. I've gotten into these right here. I love a good kombucha. That's good for your body. We were also talking about sea moss last night. I actually tried some powder sea moss from Whole Foods. Oh my goodness, it was so disgusting. So if you recall last week, I told you I dived in deeper to my personal meal plan for my body where I am with the saturated fats, with the um, protein, like everything that I needed each day for my food. So I'm good. I'm on point with that. I'm like, hey, I'm hitting it hard. I think this week I'm going to really tap into the supplements. I know my blood work from last year. It's probably time to get it done again. When is the last time you had your blood work, my friend? That's going to be the tip for today. Get your blood work. They have these centers where you can just go get your blood work. And you're probably saying, well, I don't know how to read it. You probably don't know how to read it, but on the blood work, it shows what's low and what's high, you know? So I'm trying to think of what are some other supplements that we talked about. Everyone talk about these mushrooms, like the mushroom coffee, the mushroom gummies. Let me know what you're taking. And we're going to put together the Shooting Stars Collective supplement morning ritual list. And it's going to be a long one, guys, because especially like Nigerian Princess Blessing, I forgot her name for a hot second, and Aisha, between the two of them, we're going to have like 30 products, okay? Because they were just talking. And I can't forget the ketones family. Can't forget that, And then the cool thing is some products have multiple things in them. So Chris was telling me, she teaches our mindful movement class in the mornings. She was saying that in the ketones, it has vitamin B. Okay, she mentioned a whole bunch of stuff. I don't remember. It's a lot. What can I say? It's a lot. So sometimes you can get multiple things in one product. So that is going to be the task for me this week, is to tap into my morning supplement rituals. Yeah. All righty. So that's all I have for you today on Tina's Tuesday Tips. I'm going to see if Renee's able to try the video one more time because I'm so excited about Lisa Nichols. You can Google her name on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever. Go to her website, Motivating the Masses. Yes, we spoke about iron supplement before. Yes, because I've got like a special iron deficiency. You notice I said special, right? So I have to take these special iron pills here. Because if it's too low, you got to get like something special. And that's what these are, Floridix iron tablets. So important. Oh, and it has B vitamins formula. And it's a base. Oh, it's got B and vitamin. Anyway. All righty. So Renee, give it a shot. Click share screen. We're going to try Lisa Nichols again. Her training is this week, Monday through Friday. It's 12 Eastern, 12 to 1:30 or something like that. And then if you're a VIP, you get to stay on an extra hour to stay in the back channel with her and her energy. She's just so real and just like you're talking to a sister. Like, yeah, like, hey girl, hey, how you doing? All right, so let's see if Renee's gonna give it a shot. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. If not, it's okay. Like I said, this is your 7 a.m. She's gonna click play. It's gonna play. I hear it. It's gonna play.
I remember when my ninth grade teacher asked me, Lisa, what do you want to be when you grow up? And see, I have to fight the Harlem Crip 30s every day to get home from school. So I looked at her and said, a lie. I took an English class. I got a fail in English. And my English teacher said in front of the entire class, Lisa, you have to be the weakest writer I've ever met in my entire life. Don't worry, my story ends good.
Yes.
Don't feel sorry for me. I got 7 under my belt. And then the same year, my speech teacher said, after giving me a D-, I knew I had an A in speech. Like, come on. He didn't agree with me. He gave me a D- and said, quote unquote, Miss Nichols, I recommend you never speak in public, that you get a desk job. So here's the beauty of that story. Other people's perception of you ain't none of your business. Everything you've ever been through, sat through, rose through, cried through, prayed through, everything is a setup for your next best season. And the way you forgive the perceivingly unforgivable, the way you love the perceivingly unlovable, the way you accept what seems to be unacceptable, the way you embrace after you've been betrayed, the way you do that is the way you will lead us. Your light belongs to everyone who'll be illuminated because you were bold enough and obedient enough to let your light shine. Yes, 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 yes. And every time you cross someone's path and they can't handle your light, you know those people. that they try to give you
Read
reason.
it, Renee.
Tone it.
Yes, yes. Was that beautiful? When I was with you, Renee, I remember it was New Year's Eve or that time of year when I got my yearly goals together. When I was really focused on speaking, every single morning I would wake up and listen to a Lisa Nichols video. I just had it ingrained in my head. And I don't know about you, but that lights me up, that fires me up. So I'm so excited to be here. Remember, it's your 7 a.m. cup of motivation. I'm here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Join me with your questions. Today was all about Tina's Tuesday tips. If you missed this, rewind it, send it, go back and get into that. All right, family and friends, I love you. Peace and a bottle of hair grease.